Good morning, YouTube. Well, welcome to the return of Old Man Winter. I hope everyone wasn't thinking it was springtime already. This in March is Old Man Winter's dying breath. So he's going to be sticking around for a hot minute till we get to April. But so anyway, this morning's video isn't really about snow plowing or winter. It's about tax return. Every year I like to do a video on tax return, generally pointing out how foolish people are with their money. You know, people buy big TVs they don't need. They buy cars that they can't afford the payments on. They move to a different apartment that they won't be able to afford the monthly payment on that. Since they run out of money, usually the car, the TV is up for sale and they're moving, looking for another place to live. And this isn't a racial thing. This is a thing that most poor people experience because they, not used to having a large sum of money at any given time. So when they get that tax return, a lot of them think, oh, wow, this is a lot of money. And they go and spend money. And, everyone does it. You get a little bit of tax return, be like, hey, you know what we should do? We should go out to eat. Well, that's like $100. $100 could be used to go get $100 worth of groceries and get yourself built up, or pay forward on your bills or whatever. No one wants to give bills money, but hey, man, it is what it is. And I don't even want to focus on that today. What I want to focus on really is the use of AI with your tax return. And there's a reason why the government don't do this, because if you think about it, our tax return would come instant, like a day later, if that. It might even be quicker. But I started thinking about it. I was like, why don't the government do that? It would be so much faster. It'd take it out of their hands. And I started thinking, I put myself in the shoes of someone that receives all the money from all the people in the country and put it in an account. That's a lot of money. I wouldn't feel like giving that away instantly either. So the way I see it, the reason why they don't use something like a computer system or AI or something to dial out your money quicker, process your stuff, is because then they wouldn't have all that money. That's why they're still doing it the snail way, the old slow way. Like, well, you got to wait a couple weeks for processing. They call it processing. There's nothing to process. I gave you my paperwork. You checked out what I made and what I've got coming back. Send it. It should be as quick as getting on PayPal and sending someone $20, But it ain't. It's because, in my opinion, this is my theory, it's because government don't want to lose all that money instantly. And so today I got part of my tax return, which is another thing I want to gripe about, really. So first of all, it's a week late from what they said it was going to be. It was supposed to be last week, right? So I had to wait a whole extra week. Mind you, my truck is making some grinding noise. I don't know what it is. I hope it's just a four-wheel drive unit. I'll have them yank it out. Easy peasy, done and over with. But if it's not, if it's something absolutely friggin' serious, $1,000 ain't gonna cover it. I'm supposed to get like $2,000 and some back, and they sent me $1,000 today. It's like, well, where's the rest of it? What the hell? If I send a partial payment to the government, they're gonna hit me with a late fee. Can we hit them with a late fee? Of course not. Of course not. And this is what I get mad about. I don't mind having to pay taxes. I don't mind having to pay bills. I don't mind having to pay for shit. It's just the way shit rolls. But can we make it fair? Can we make it fair? That would be nice. I would like if they could make it fair. They'd be like, hey, if you're late giving me my money, then you should have to pay me a penalty fee. You know what I'm saying? If that was a thing, I guarantee you'd be getting your money like that, bro. Like, whoa, we don't want to give you any more money than what's coming to you. But they, on the other hand, would be like, yeah, you could give us more money. Sure. The government is like Vegas. They're in the business to make money, not give it. And I think the sooner people wrap their brain around that, the sooner we can all come to realize what's really going on here. We're the idiots on vacation walking into the casino. The government's the casino. All right. They're buddy as long as you're spending that cash. But the instantaneous moment you finally hit on that table, game's over. Come with us. It's like, yeah, you've been counting cards. Yeah, you're cheating. Yeah. There's no way you could have won because we rigged the game. Well, we didn't rig the game, but yeah, you couldn't have won. You know, that's what it feels like. It feels like we're playing a rigged game of 5-card. You know what I mean? And the freaking government's the dealer, the house. And they're like, yeah, we'll let a couple of them win. Just keep them around. But that's my opinion on it. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. I doubt I am, but yeah, so this video is basically a quick little wrap-up of everything I wanted to talk about and everything that's been going on. I know I haven't made a video in a while, but that's because, you know, snow and, you know, just winter drag, you know what I mean? Y'all know it. Y'all feel it. Everyone goes through it. It is what it is, but, you know, hopefully the snow won't be too bad throughout the week. I know they're calling for it. We got a little bit today, enough to plow anyway. And my skid steer's probably about warmed up, so I'll be jumping in the skiddy kitty and pushing some snow and then dump some salt down and we call it good. But at any rate, I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you guys get your taxes back on time. Let me know, did your guys' taxes come on time, or are they late? Are they split? Did you get them in full? Let me know. You know, because I find it kind of curious. I got such a low return coming back from working solar field that it's like, why'd you split it? Why'd you split it in half? Like, it doesn't make any sense. My daughter got more than me coming back, and she got hers all at once. And it's like, what? And she got hers on time. And we had the same guy, the same time, in the same little cubicle. I sat right next to her. She did hers first, and I did mine. But yeah, mine was a week delayed, and I only got half of it? Seems kind of sus to me. But anyway, guys, that's enough for me. I got some work to do. Drive safe out there. Hope you guys have a really great day, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.